When I think about how 41 million Americans live in poverty, and how kids don't even have enough food to eat in the richest country in the world, the only solution that makes any sense to me is to cut taxes for those that need it the most. Millionaires and billionaires.
This plan is a very thinly disguised reverse Robin Hood. This is a tax giveaway to rich people. That is where the bulk of the money is going to go. And we know that the other side of that is it's going to be paid for by a reduction of services to middle-income Americans.
As I always like to say, ask not what a billionaire can do for you, but what you can do for a billionaire.
Not only in this tax bill do you have sweeteners like a tax exemption for private jets, but you also have millions of middle-class Americans, including those people who make $30,000 or less, who are going to see their taxes go up.
That's why I support the Republican tax reform plan, also known as the Donor Relief Act of 2017. Because giving a permanent tax break to all major corporations that have created thousands of jobs in Mexico and China is clearly the best way to help U.S. workers and make the rich, America, great again.
What companies do when they have spare cash, and by the way, American companies now are flush with cash, they pump up executive pay and they repurchase, they buy back their shares of stock in order to have shares prices go up. This is what they did in 2004 with the tax holiday. This is what companies are doing even today.
And so it's increasing taxes on 87 million middle-class families, while funneling 62% of the benefits to the struggling 1%. Which is exactly what this groundbreaking tax plan will do. Because as our Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell explained, it is impossible to guarantee a tax cut for the entire middle class.
There are some whose taxes will increase. Why not, in putting this bill together, make it so that you could say everybody in the middle class will get a tax cut that's permanent?
Well, it's impossible to do that.
Or to fund a health care program for 9 million children. Because remember, folks, life begins at conception and ends at birth. But it is fully possible to guarantee a permanent tax cut for disadvantaged corporations making record profits.
The tax cuts for middle-class families expire by the end of 2025, while, surprise of all surprises, the tax breaks for large corporations are made permanent.
While at the same time cutting unnecessary luxuries like healthcare for 13 million Americans, while increasing their premiums by 10%. Because when the rich get richer, folks, so do you. Everything trickles down, eventually. Regardless of the fact that a very similar policy nearly bankrupted the state of Kansas and has contributed to the worst economic inequality in America since the 1920s. As for the $1.4 trillion deficit that this tax plan will create, don't worry, folks. We'll make up for that later by cutting extremely popular yet useless programs that people rely on for survival, like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, which President Trump promised not to cut on the campaign trail.
You don't get rid of Medicare. You can't do that. People love Medicare. But we're not going to hurt the people who've been paying into Social Security their whole life, and then all of a sudden they're supposed to get less. I am going to protect and save your Social Security and your Medicare. You made a deal a long time ago.
But like everything else, we always knew that was fake news anyway. Because that is how we make Millionaire America great again. Gotta love it. If I have to drink every time the rich benefits, I will be drunk.
Are you listening? Damn.